千里之行，始于足下. A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we take a deep dive into the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. As always, I would like to extend a warm welcome to one and all. Thank you for joining us. I would like to invite you to center your thoughts and direct your attention to this moment in time, to the here and now, to be fully present and mindfully aware as we all ready ourselves for this sacred process in the Tao with one another. So now, what I would like to do is to bring everything together by showing you the meaning in the structure of Tao Te Ching chapter 80. There are 6 main characteristics that Lao Tzu uses to describe the ideal place. First is going to be just line 1. The ideal place is a small community that is not crowded. It's small enough that you can get to know people on an individual basis. You can make friends and have that friendship last for an entire lifetime. And then the second main point is what we have talked about. It's in the middle. It's from line 4 to line 7. People regard death seriously. They do not migrate far away. Even though they have boats and chariots, they don't need to use them. So that point is about this is a good place, so nobody wants to leave. People would prefer to stick around. They don't need to go anywhere. Anywhere else would not be as ideal as this place. So people will stay there with stability. Then we talked about the next one, about weapons, about having weapons. It's basically saying these are the people who are ready and prepared. They can take care of themselves. They can see to their own protection. They're perfectly able to protect themselves, and this is the reason why they don't have to, because they're able to. So thus far, from points 1, 2, and 3, you can see the beginning of this ideal place. A place that is tight-knit, where you get to know other people, a place where you know you have a good thing going on, and therefore you're reluctant to go anywhere else. And then a place where you have the ability and the means to maintain the peace and prosperity. Let's continue on to point number 4. Point number 4 is going to be the next 3 lines. And the 3 lines are all about living and enjoying the simple life. That's the 4th major characteristic. Then the last 2 lines there, the next 2 lines, 13 and 14, are about, as we discussed, nearby neighbors supporting one another. Now, let me point out a couple of things. Point number 4 is a call back to point number 2. People live and enjoy the simple life. They are content in their homes. To say that they're content in their homes is the same as saying that they know they are in a good place. They don't want to go somewhere else, which is point number 2. Then point number 5. where people talk about being with others, not being far away from them. It's a callback to point number one. It's a small community that is not crowded, so you can really get to know people on an individual basis. Then, final point number 6 is the last two lines. Last two lines is basically saying that people live in harmony with one another all their lives. This is a callback as well to point number 5, because we're talking about people living in harmony with their neighbors, supporting, helping neighbors. That's number 5. And number 4, point number 4, contains one element, happy in their customs. These are social customs that are the lubricating factor in personal interactions. So they contribute to the harmony among the people in this ideal place. So that's a callback to number 4. But this, you can see, this is boiling down the 16 lines of chapter 80 to the 6 major points that Lao Tzu wanted to describe. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us all travel safely so we can meet again. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.